Hi, my name is Andrea Ricotta, and I'm coming to you from DESE today. Really excited to share with you a little bit about the Social Emotional Behavioral Academy that's being offered through the Center for School and District program portfolio. Now, as many of you know, there are lots of different topics that fall under tiered social, emotional, behavioral supports. Things like school climate and learning environment, social emotional learning, positive behavior supports, developing a sense of belonging, positive relationships, and mental health. So what this academy is aiming to do is to really combine the knowledge and great learning that's happened over the past couple of years in some of these academies and networks I have listed here into one offering, the Social, Emotional, and Behavioral Academy, with the goal of creating coherence across these multiple different topic areas. Now, we know from the way that districts have decided to spend ESSER funding and Student Opportunity Act submissions, that these areas are huge areas of focus for schools and districts. That creating vibrant, culturally and linguistically sustaining learning environments and implementing social, emotional, and behavioral multi-tiered systems of support are a big area of need. Now, I just want to be clear about what I mean by culturally and linguistically sustaining learning environments. And by this, I'm talking about learning environments where culture and identity are viewed as assets and valuable resources, including a student's race, ethnicity, or language assets, among other characteristics. So that's going to be a central focus of this academy. You can see the goals and outcomes listed here, with really the ultimate goal to be improving the learning experience and outcomes for students. Now, how is the academy going to do this? This is a 3-year MTSS or multi-tiered system of support academy that takes a team-based approach. Now, teams can apply as a school team or a district team, but we're certainly looking for a diverse representation of roles, including district leaders, school leaders, classroom educators, as well as student support staff. Teams should expect to engage in the academy at least once a month, be a combination of virtual and in-person individual team coaching and technical assistance, as well as sort of cross-academy professional learning and networking sessions. And we really think that is a benefit of this academy model, is getting both that team-specific support and coaching, as well as being part of a network of peers that are working on many of the same challenges that you are. Now, DESE is still in the process of identifying a lead partner for this academy, so more to come in the spring on that. So I can give you a little bit of an overview about what supports will look like, but obviously more specifics will be coming once a lead partner is identified. So we do know that all teams will engage in knowledge building and content sessions that do focus on developing social, emotional, behavioral, multi-tiered systems of support, sort of everything that's involved in that. Then teams will also be engaged in a local landscape analysis or assessment to really help identify what are the strengths and areas of need that fall within these topic areas for your local context. Then teams will receive team-specific technical assistance or coaching around specific goals that you set within the academy, and content-specific professional learning in a network based on some of your team-specific goals. Now, I've been talking about developing a social, emotional, and behavioral multi-tiered systems of support. And within that, I mean, every team will think about what are the data systems that they're using and the systems and processes around staffing and professional learning for their staff as it relates to social, emotional, and behavior. So everyone's going to think about that whole system, but then teams may want to get specific within specific topic areas, based on your local landscape assessment. So I just wanted to give you a few examples of what those might be. This is not an exhaustive list of what teams may want to focus on, but just to give you a few ideas of what this might look like for a team. So some teams may really want to focus on that tier 1 school climate or tier 1 universal social, emotional, behavioral supports. So that might look like, selecting and implementing a culturally and linguistically sustaining tier 1 SEL curriculum that one grade level is going to use or a whole school is going to use. Or other teams may want to focus on establishing positive behavioral interventions and support systems, more commonly known as PBIS. So that could be another kind of track that a team goes down. Other teams may want to focus on capacity building for tiers 2 and 3. And again, this is not an exhaustive list of what teams may want to focus on, but some teams may want to focus on, professional learning and coaching specifically for their student support staff to be able to provide evidence-based interventions for students that are requiring more targeted support. And then finally, while all teams will be looking at strengthening overall systems and structures, a few examples of what that might look like may include teams looking at and identifying some universal screeners that you might want to use for either social emotional skills, behavior, or mental health, and what are the systems that need to be put in place to use something like a universal screener and be able to respond to that data. Now, that's enough from me. You can see my contact information here if you have any questions, but I'd really love for you to hear from a few current teams that have been participating in the Social Emotional and Behavioral Academy over the past couple of years to hear a little bit more about the work that they've been doing and the impact that the Academy has had on their school or district.
Hi, I'm Maeve Williams, and I'm the District Socio-Emotional Learning Coordinator at Northbridge Public Schools. The SEL and Mental Health Academy has given me a lot of resources and really helpful frameworks for how to go about bringing change at the district level and at the school level. That, alongside some thought partnering, has allowed me to implement new structures and supports within the first year of my role here. Some of the things we've been able to do so far this year with the guidance from the Academy is conducting SEL and mental health strengths and needs-based assessments across all of our district schools, better utilizing student data and informing decision-making and future policy, bringing in new SEL curricula and supporting teachers in existing SEL programming and curricula, strengthening our SSTs or student support teams and creating action plans around this for each of our schools, and bringing in mental health experts to consult with school leaders about mental and behavioral health patterns we're seeing with our high schoolers and how to better support them with this. The Academy really tries to meet each district and each school where they're currently at and then build from there, which has me feeling really supported in the process and really optimistic about the work that we've started here in Northbridge.